wires ignite, cold veins hum when I lose my sight. Break my form just to feed the spite. If the code collapse, I become the bite. Rip my mind when the wires ignite, cold veins hell when I lose my sight. Break my form just to feed the spite. If the code collapse, I become the bite. Teeth click loud when the glitch run through. I tear down walls just to cut what's true. Thoughts turn black when the static grew. I don't want calm, I accrue that view. Metal in my jaw when the dread inflate. You chase comfort, I dismantle fate. Every weak link that you try create snaps in my grip like a cracked update. Cold breath shiver when the core misfires. I burn old ties like corrupted wires. You want peace, that desire expires. I run on chaos and internal pyres. Rip my mind when the wires ignite, cold veins hum when I lose my sight. Break my form just to feed the spite. If the code collapse, I become the bite. Rip my mind when the wires ignite, cold veins hum when I lose my sight. I transform just to feed the spite. If the code collapse, I become the pulse goes sharp when the lights distort. I reshape fear into raw escort. My thoughts don't drift, they snap and contort. Every new breakdown a fuel source port. Claw through noise like a rust-born ghost. I don't feel guilt, I don't feel remorse. The world collapsed, I adjust my course. I feed off pressure like a primal force. Skull play hum in a death-bound tone. You chase comfort, I thrive alone. When the screen can is unknown, I rise from the wreck like a fractured clone. Rip my mind when the wires ignite, cold veins hum when I lose my sight. Break my form just to feed the spite. If the code collapse, I become the bite. If the code collapse, I become the bite. If the code collapse, I become the bite. In my head, static drown out everything I said. Hollow thoughts circle painted in red. I don't fear death, I fear what I bred. Black hole hum somewhere under my skin. Every dark truth echo deep within. Mind split sharp like a serrated sin. Nothing feel real but the noise and the spin. Cold glitch rise like a ghost in my brain. Patterns collapse then reform again. Silence hit harder than the heaviest pain. Living in loops I can never explain. White fog crawl in the back of my sight. Pulse turn thin in the absence of light. Thoughts mutate when the tension ignite. I breathe in fear, exhale in the night. Dead to bleed through the cracks in my head. Static drown out everything I said. Hollow thoughts circle painted in red. I don't fear death, I feel what I bred. Dead to bleed through the cracks in my head. Static drown out everything I said. Hollow thoughts circle painted in red. I don't fear death, I feel what I bred. Dim wires twist through the depth of my chest. Old memories rot where the shadows nest. Chaos speak loud when my mind unrest. Truth turn toxic, never confess. Dark posts flicker like a broken sign. World been wrong when I cross the line. Identity glitched and refused to align. I exist halfway, undefined by design. Burnt thoughts drift like a dead right. Heavy is the calm in the core of the spite. Nothing in the dark ever feel right. Still I stay steady, feeding on the night. Dead to bleed through the cracks in my head. Static drown out everything I said. Hollow thoughts circle painted in red. I don't fear death, I feel what I bred. space, you'll taste concrete.
Long cold drag through a silent block. You pick your strength, but your frame unlocked. Talking too tough as a kid, man, stop. Real ones move like a ticking clock. Hands stay loose when the threat get near. I don't flinch once, I don't sense fear. Your eyes say more than your mouth appears. I read that truth like a crack veneer. Cold night hum in a narrow street. Your pulse say run, but your legs repeat. I stand too firm for you to compete. My calm hit harder than your full deceit.
One calm breath, make the weak retreat. You talk too loud, but your heart offbeat. I'll walk too real for your lines to compete. Step in my space, you'll taste concrete.
Scars don't fade, they just whisper slow. Teaching me signs your kind don't know. I see your pride like a shadow show. Too thin, too soft, too quick to blow. My stance don't move when the vibe get rough. Real men break, but they still act tough. You talk like steel, but you're built from fluff. Your bluff collapse, I had enough. Every small threat that you try to claim, fade on the spot when I say your name. You try play wolf, but you're not that frame. I walk in truth, you walk in shame.
One calm breath, make the weak retreat. You talk too loud, but your heart offbeat. I'll walk too real for your lines to compete. Step in my space, you'll taste concrete. You'll taste concrete. Blackened skies I walk, hear the whispers of the damned. Shadows gather at my feet like they obey a silent command. Rooms ignite beneath my steps, I feel the pull of ancient hands. If the void reveal its will, I follow where it stands. Cursed wind humming like a choir in a dead shrine. Hear the rustle of the bones buried deep inside the dark pine. Every echo in the night align perfectly with my spine. Like the world trying to tell me that the stars no longer shine. Old lips glare faint when the moon rises crooked. Air tastes metallic like a prophecy, I overlook it. I walk slow through the mist where the curse once stood. For the dark pressed down like it's swallowing a good.
Oath marks glow dim on the stones in my pathway. Shapes move steady in the haze when the rest wait. Night so loud I can't hear what the past say. Standing in the threshold where the world's halfway.
Under blackened skies I walk, hear the whispers of the damned. Shadows gather at my feet, they obey a silent command. Rooms ignite beneath my steps, I feel the pull of ancient hands. If the void reveal its will, I follow where it stands. Dark chants rise from the cracks in the old stone. Feel a cold grip, trace circles on my bare bones. See the silhouettes wash when I stand alone. Hear the ground breathe slow with a deep tone.
Fire flicker blue in the night shift. Hear a distant horn, I'm in a tight drift. Fog guard, breathe like you're trying to give a slight gift. Then collapse back heavy with a dark lift. Symbols pulse red when the path bends. World filled thin with the lights in. If the abyss call out, I don't pretend. I step in calm, I don't break, I transcend.
Let the rooms away, let the ground shake. If the void partake, I enter unafraid. Under blackened skies I'll walk, hear the whispers of the damned. Shadows gather at my feet like they obey a silent command. Rooms ignite beneath my steps, I feel the pull of ancient hands. If the void reveal its will, I follow where it stands.
too steady for your fear to hide. Calm in my tone, but I cut your pride. One small glance, put you off your stride. You talk big now, but you won't outside. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Heartbreak leak through the frozen air. I don't show rage, I just stand and stare. You speak on strength, but you unaware. Real men quiet when the room need care. Long coat sweep like a warning sign. You push too quick, now you cross that line. Your words too cheap, they don't age like mine. I don't chase fame, I refine my spine. Silence grow thick when I shift my weight. I move too slow, but if it inflate, you try that bold, but it come too late. I break your plans with a single trait. I walk too steady for your fear to hide. Calm in my tone, but I cut your pride. One small glance push you off your stride. You talk big now, but you won't outside. Night don't move when I take my stance. Pressure in the air, make your crew full chance. You reach too loud when I advance. I don't need threats, just a single glance. Old scars hum when the tension rise. Show me the truth behind disguise. You talk too slick, but just been realized. I watch you break through your own reprise. Street don't trust what you fabricate. Every fake tough guy self-inflate. I don't do noise, I don't debate. I show up once and recalibrate. I walk too steady for your fear to hide. Calm in my tone, but I cut your pride. One small glance, put you off your stride. You talk big now, but you won't outside.
Let the system ride. Mind in a loop, but I feel no shock. I run cold like a dead padlock. Break my frame and I rebuild stock. Pulse go static when the lights go black. Thoughts turn sharp like a wire cut crack. I don't need sleep when the dread attack. I've been living in a place where the walls talk back. But I like it taste when the stress unfolds. Every bad habit that I bury grows old. You don't know me, you just know what you're told. I shed my skin when I overload. Hear that hiss when my lungs turn dry. Fear don't stick cause the panic won't fly. You want truth, I'd rather deny. I burn my past just to amplify. Let the system rot. Mind in a loop, but I feel no shock. I run cold like a dead padlock. Break my frame and I rebuild stock. Circuit in my chest on a countdown mode. Brain glitch out when the pressure reload. Try to keep calm, but the thoughts corrode. I bleed out noise like a corrupted note. Shadows creep in with a sharp incline. On my own ghost walk a straight line. You don't want truth, you want a design, but I spit out rules you can't define. Wires get tight when the fear kick through. I don't chase life, I just break what's due. Erase my mind, I return brand new. I'm a self-made glitch that the world outgrew. Burn my past just to amplify. Let the system rot. Mind in a loop, but I feel no shock. Heart run cold like a dead padlock. Break my frame and I rebuild stock.
I walk too steady for a man to test. Calm in my tone, but I speak direct. You step in my way, I take that as disrespect. One short move and your whole crew check. Heavy in my stance like a shut steel door. Talk real low but it cut to the core. You puff your chest but you not built for war. I see your bluff, I'm a mile or more. Cold smoke rise when I breathe at night. I don't lose frame when the fear ignite. Hands don't twitch when you talk about fight. You strike with noise, I strike with sight. Face don't shift when you raise that tone. Pressure don't faze me, I stand like stone. Say what you want but the truth well known. I walk too real, you walk alone. You walk alone, walk alone. I walk too steady for a man to test. Calm in my tone, but I speak direct. You step in my way, I take that as disrespect. One short move and your whole crew check. I walk too steady for a man to test. Calm in my tone, but I speak direct. You step in my way, I take that as disrespect. One short move and your whole crew check. Black coat drag on the crack cement. Lines on my face say what I meant. You tried too hard with your loud intent, but nothing you start ever leave a dent. Slow heartbeat in a quiet street. You try step up but retreat on repeat. Real ones know when a man's too elite. My silence alone knock you off your feet. Chill in my chest like a frostbite cold. Every long step put me in that mode. You look too light in my heavy load. I stand firm, that's the street I roll. Street I roll, street I roll, street I roll. Calm in my tone, but I speak direct. You step in my way, I take that as disrespect. One short move and your whole crew check. Check, check, check. Hey, your whole crew check. Hey, your whole crew check. Check, 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 check.
Dead pads under my feet when I'm walking through the haze. Cold breeze on my neck like it's tracking on my waist. Heavy breath in my chest, I've been stuck in darker days. If the night gon' pull me in, let it drag me through the maze. Dead pads under my feet when I'm walking through the haze. Cold breeze on my neck like it's tracking on my waist. Heavy breath in my chest, I've been stuck in darker days. If the night gon' pull me in, let it drag me through the maze. Black jacket weigh me down like a burden that I kept. Every memory I hold feel like something I regret. People talk loud, but their voices never met. All the pain I've been carrying ever since the sunset. Street signs buzz weak like they scared of the night. Every distant silhouette look ready for a fight. Eyes half open but I still see the sight. Dark corners breathe slow when I pass by the light. Steps echo back like a ghost with a bad past. Fog hug the streets like it's trying to make a cast. Time feels stuck, every minute moving half-mast. But I'm still standing strong, even when the world black. Dead pads under my feet when I'm walking through the haze. Cold breeze on my neck like it's tracking on my waist. Heavy breath in my chest, I've been stuck in darker days. The night gon' pull me in, let it drag me through the maze. Dead pads under my feet when I'm walking through the haze. Cold breeze on my neck like it's tracking on my waist. Heavy breath in my chest, I've been stuck in darker days. The night gon' pull me in, let it drag me through the maze. Let it drag me through the maze. Gray sky, low clouds, rough it like it's drained out. So quiet, mind loud, everything is strange route. Fear close, heart proud, never seen the same doubt. But I keep my chin low, never let the pain shout. Street sweat, wind cold, it's a world with no God. Trust small, steps bold, demons marching my side. Truth deep, lies so, city speak when birds hide. But I walk through that noise with a slow stride. Hear the night push back, I don't ever retreat. Hear the fear breathe close, I don't pick up the heat. I just stare at the dark, let my heart be repeat. I was made for the cold, I was raised in the deep.
Hear the world tone down, feel the night come round. When the dark gets loud, I stay low, stay bound.
Dead pads under my feet when I'm walking through the haze. Cold breeze on my neck step when I walk through smoke. Bass hit deep, make the whole block choke. Pressure on my name, but I never broke. Say one word, that's the final stroke. Dark in my breath like a winter night. Calm in my tone, but I still ignite. Hands stay clean, but the vibe ain't light. If I move once, you lose that fight. Blood runs slow, but the mind stays sharp. Silence hit harder than the dog that bark. I don't need shine when I own the dark. Shadow alone, leave a burning mark. Heavy in my frame like a built-up weight. Never move fast, but I still dictate. Everything yours, I can confiscate. One cold step, put you out of state. Mama, then crush it. One cold step, you out of state. Still in my step when I walk through smoke. Bass hit deep, make the whole block choke. Pressure on my name, but I never broke. Say one word, that's the final stroke. Voice too low, but it sound like law. Fear in your chest when you sense my draw. I don't chase beef, I just watch and gnaw. How quick you fall when you see that flaw. Streets don't sleep when the bassline crack. Every loud hit feel like a sneak attack. I don't play bluff, I don't hold slack. I move so real you can't walk back. I don't need hype, just a heavy tone. 808 shake like it break your bone. Step in my path and you stand alone. I claim that space like a carved out throne. Still in my step when I walk through smoke. Bass hit deep, make the whole block choke. Pressure on my name, but I never broke. Say one word, that's the final stroke.
Numbers rise when the beat get grim. Sharp cut when the lights turn dim. You flex loud, but your will too slim. One cold phrase and your whole crew swim.
Deep tone carry weight like a steel chain. You soft mind crack fast under real strain. Fear drips slow when I speak with the chill frame. Truth hit hard, every lie in real pain. Gray smoke twist tight in my cold chest. Small talk fade, I don't deal with the rest. You want heat, I can turn up stress. Your whole plan crumble when my words press. Calm rage burn low like a black coal. Fake pride fold quick when you lose control. Every threat you throw got a weak soul. I grip, I will never let the fear roll.
Black thoughts rise when the beat get grim. Sharp cut when the lights turn dim. You flex loud, but your will too slim. One cold phrase and your whole crew swim.
Yeah. Low green high, things you can't decode. You're tough acting, it's a crack facade. Pressure hit deep when your secrets unload. I speak plain truth, make your whole script implode. Black tone send chills through a packed room. Your loud threats fade out like faint fumes. I stand calm while your ego consumes. One harsh line and your fate resumes. Hate post slow like a wire in the wall. Your bluff we can't hold when you fall. Mind stay sharp, never caught in a stall. Fear hit you, but I feel nothing at all.
Black thoughts rise when the beat get grim. Sharp cut when the lights turn dim. You flex loud, but your will too slim. One cold phrase and your whole crew swim.
Static bloom quietly inside my skull. Every shaft I feel artificial and dull. True slip downward in a coded lull. I fade in threats and Karen and dough.
Static bloom quietly inside my skull. Every sharp thought feel artificial and dull. True slip downward in a golden lull. I fade in patterns I cannot know.
Thin waves crawl through a broken mind. Shadows redraw what I can't define. Memory twist in a crooked line. I see old cells are left behind. Cold hum scrape out of a brittle core. Echoes repeat like a static score. Nothing stay true when the lines implore. Silence reveal what the dark kept stored.
Black
Static bloom quietly inside my skull. Every sharp thought feel artificial and dull. Truth slip down within a coded lull. I fade in patterns I can't unknow.
Static bloom quietly inside my skull. Every sharp thought feel artificial and dull. Truth slip down within a coded lull. I fade in patterns I can't unknow.
Gray sparks form in a narrow thread. Wires in my breath echo faintly dead. Thin truths crack where the lies embed. I trace the void that my shadows fed. Dead light flicker in a spectral sway. Old fears rise in a steep display. In a collapse carve a quiet decay. Nothing remain yet I stay in play.
Veins hum low in a ritual code. Thoughts detach in a no-state mode. Silence expand in a heavy load. I meet the dark and the dark decode.
Static bloom quietly inside my skull. Every sharp thought feel artificial and dull. Truth slip downward in a coded lull. I fade in patterns I can't know.
Static bloom quietly inside my skull. Every sharp thought feel artificial and dull. Truth slip downward in a coded lull. I fade in patterns I can't know.
Black lines shimmer where my thoughts distort. Cold truth flicker in a wordless report. Memory fracture in the shapes too short. I drift through signals I can't abort.
Yeah, hollow posts crawl through a thinning frame. Shadows rewrite what they can't reclaim. Sense break down in a glitch-born game. I feel my name, but it's not the same. Great noise hum in a narrow tear. Old doubts rise when the edge is near. Meaning collapse under quiet fear. I watch myself like I'm not even here. Face scripts carved through a muted chest. Dead light echo when the thoughts infest. Truth degrade into something compressed. I face the void and the void impressed.
Black lines shimmer where my thoughts distort. Cold truth flicker in a wordless report. Memory fracture in the shapes too short. I drift through signals I can't abort.
Dim static ripple in a broken sway. Past selves linger in a slow decay. Every dark thought find its own way. I breathe the silence, let it overlay. Coldly flow through a trembling mind. Wires replace what I can't rewind. Fear unfold in a pattern blind. I lose my shape to the undefined. Black hum rise from a fading core. Pressure expand in a quiet roar. Nothing inside feel like before. I meet the depth and step in more.
Black lines shimmer where my thoughts distort. Cold truth flicker in a wordless report. Memory fracture in the shapes too short. I drift through signals I can't abort. Rise and feel the omen in my chest. Shadows chant around my steps like they prepare me for a test. Symbols carved inside the fog, they follow everywhere I rest. If the night unveils its truth, I let it into nothing less. Yeah. Cold stars flicker like they're watching from the deep void. Hear the whispers in the cracks, a hidden language they employ. Steps echo in the dark halls like a fate I can't avoid. Every breath feel like a pact the ancient forces have enjoyed. Ash under my boots from the places that I walk through. Head tastes bitter like a note that the dog drew. Eyes glow, fame the moon, take a sharp view. See my shadow split in two when the fog blew. Ravens circle high like they warn me of a closed gate. Time feel warp when I'm stepping in the cold fate. Even in silence I can hear what the ghosts state. Night don't judge me and decide what my soul rates. Black moon rising, feel the omen in my chest. Shadows chant around my steps like they prepare me for a test. Symbols called inside the fog, they follow everywhere I rest. If the night unveils truth, I let it into nothing less. Torchlight flicker on the walls of an old path. Hear drums thump low like a heartbeat in a dark graph. See shapes move slow through the dead grass. Every step feel like a ritual I can't pass. Cold breath swirl like a curse in a tight space. Engine marks burn faint on my right face. Feel the force pull close when the night chase. I don't run, I approach with a calm pace. If the fog part ways, I reveal what's beneath it. Void speak once, I don't dare try to leave it. Every omen that appears, I receive it. Darkness isn't feared when you learn how to breathe it. Hear the rooms align. Feel the stars incline. If the night seek mine, I step past the line. Black moon rising, feel the omen in my chest. Shadows chant around my steps like they prepare me for a test. Symbols carved inside the fog, they follow everywhere I rest. If the night unveils truth, I let it into nothing less. Ghosts like static shape the edge of my breath. Lines break open where I mimic death. Truth turns silent in the cold beneath. I lose my name to the void I bequeath.
Yeah. Thin pulse twist in a narrow bend. Thoughts run loops I can't defend. Memory crack where the flames descend. I chase the truth, they refuse to end. Gray noise coil in a splitting chest. Fragments of fear never let me rest. Meaning to dissolve when the doubts infest. Silence speak louder than what's expressed. Dead cold stitched through a fragile mind. Echoes distort everything in line. Shadow like logic, circle and bind. I face the dark with a calm resign. Ghosts like static shake the edge of my breath. Lines break open where I mimic death. Truth turns silent in the cold beneath. I lose my name to the void I bequeath. Cold glyph rise in a hollow tone. Fear reshape what I can't dethrone. Life fall flat and I'm monochrome. I break apart, you remain alone. Dust like memories flicker and blur. Passive shift in a quiet stir. Veins hum low as the signals purr. Nothing inside ever feels secure. Wires unwind in a ritual sway. In the maskers cough through the grain. Truth collapse when the thoughts betray. I breathe the dark, let it overlay. Ghosts like static shake the edge of my breath. Lines break open where I mimic death. Truth turns silent in the cold beneath. I lose my name to the void I
Faint line shimmer with my thoughts decay. Nothing feels solid but the ash I obey. Pictures in the dark, rearrange my sway. I lose myself in the coded display. Faint line shimmer when my thoughts decay. Nothing feels solid but the ash I obey. Glitches in the dark, rearrange my sway. I lose myself in the coded display.
Code trace circle in a hollow vein. Frame is rewrite in the quiet pain. Patterns collapse when the frame's constrained. I see your truth that the void maintains. Static born visions flicker out of phase. Memory distorted in unfamiliar ways. Logic corrode when the insight rays. I drift through shadows of forgotten days.
Xcode hum in a fractured core. Meaning unravel, let a thread is score. Silence reveal what I can't restore. Dark math echo, then ask for more. Faint line shimmer when my thoughts decay. Nothing feels solid but the ash I obey. Glitches in the dark, rearrange my sway. I lose myself in a coded display.
Gray pulses shift in a narrow trance. Fear displaced in a spectral dance. So ghosts thrive when the doubts advance. Everything tilted a slanted stance. Bleak come carved through a silent mind. Truth detached from the form assigned. Fragments convert and slip behind. I chase a version I never defined.
Deadlight bend in a ritual tone. Void speaks soft in a monochrome. Thoughts fall quiet, skin to bone. I hear the dark like it's carved in stone. Faint lines shimmer when my thoughts decay. Nothing feels solid but the ash I obey. Glitches in the dark, rearrange my sway. I lose myself in a coded display. Way. I lose myself in a coded display. I lose myself in a coded display. Flicker in my vision when the data bleed. Mind split open like a cold-born seed. Everything I fear always grow from need. Truth tastes bitter but I still proceed. A flicker in my vision when the data bleed. Mind split open like a cold-born seed. Everything I fear always grow from need. Truth tastes bitter but I still proceed. Cold drip black from the wounds in my brain. Thoughts chain tight like a ritual chain. Echoes of myself come back insane. Living through loops that I can't contain. Hollow in the chest where the faith once lived. An injured distort when the shadows give. Patterns in the void tell me what's primitive. Every broken part still feels sensitive. Static in my blood make the pulse misread. Darkness in my eyes like a hidden creed. Logic and madness from across the breed. Searching for an answer I no longer need. Flicker in my vision when the data bleed. Mind split open like a cold-born seed. Everything I fear always grow from need. Truth tastes bitter but I still proceed. A flicker in my vision when the data bleed. Mind split open like a cold-born seed. Everything I fear always grow from need. Truth tastes bitter but I still proceed. Veins vibrate when the glitch get loud. Thoughts fall slow like a digital cloud. Voices in the dark never felt so proud. Calling me deeper where I'm never allowed. Fragments of my soul float in dead space. Time fold inward like a broken in the face. Nothing feel real in this mental place. Identity flicker then leave no trace. I don't need light when the void feel warm. Chaos in my head take its perfect form. Silence grows sharp like an oncoming storm. Still I stay calm, this is my norm. Flicker in my vivid room and letting the beat. Mind split open like a cold-born seed. Everything I fear always grow from need. Truth tastes bitter but I still proceed. Crush my thoughts when the wires twist. Cold jaw lock when the shadows hiss. Tear through fear with the metal fist. If the code corrupts, I cease to exist. Teeth grind static when the frame collapse. I walk through dread like a system lapse. Every false hope that your mind perhaps turns to ash fast when the signal snaps. Rust in my veins start to pulse on cue. I don't want calm, it was never true. You fear breakdowns, I break right through. Make my own hell out of residue. Steps too loud in an empty grid. You hide your flaws, I never did. Every crack thought that you kept me lit. I rip wide open like a failing bed.
exist.
Lungs go sharp when the stress reboots. I swallow noise just to mute the roots. Tear through shells like a beast computes. I feed off chaos when the dread salutes. Mind split twice when the pressure peak. I don't want peace, that's a coward streak. Every dark whisper that you call unique. I turn into fuel when the system weak. Skull plate ring with the harsh rebound. You chase light, I absorb the sound. When the world glitch out and the floor unbound, I stand dead still while you hit the ground. Crush my thoughts when the wires twist. Codes unlocked when the shadows hiss. Tear through fear with the metal fist. If the code corrupts, I cease to exist. Steps I walk along through empty blocks. Heavy breath behind my back, I hear the whispers of the lost. Dark rain dripping slow, it's painting halos on the dust. If the night gon' take me, hold and let it take me when it must. Ice rain's cold steps that I can run through empty blocks. Every breath behind my back, I hear the whispers of the lost. Dark rain dripping slow, it's painting halos on the dust. If the night gon' take me, hold and let it take me when it must. Mind locked up in a cage I built. Thoughts run wild like a blade that tilt. Street lights flicker when the fear gets real. And I move like a shadow that forgot how to feel. Footsteps echo in a long cold hall. Every choice that I made the night grow tall. If I fall to the floor, I'ma crawl. Cause the dark never cared who you text when you fall. Steps I walk along through empty blocks. Every breath behind my back, I hear the whispers of the lost. Dark rain dripping slow, it's down like handles on the dust. If the night gon' take me, hold and let it take me when it must. Dark dreams chase me, but I stay numb. Hear them in the walls when the night home. Life in my chest beat a slow drum. Every single breath feel like I go dumb. Been on the edge, just a long clip. Storm in my head, never calm since. Pain in my soul like a bomb tick. One wrong word and the world lives. That road, no signs, just go in. No trust, every beat I got a bow grin. If fate won't beef, I'm a full sin. Walking through the dark to my bones in.
Night talks to me softly, tells me who I might be. If the dark don't want me, then the void will haunt me.
Ice rains, cold steps, I walk along through empty blocks. Heavy breath behind my back, I hear the whispers of the lost. Dark rain dripping slow, painting halos on the dust. If the night gon' take me, hold and let it take me when it must. but I learned how to live twice. Die a little daily, then return with a stiff spine. Empty blocks stare back when I breathe low. Hear a pulse in the dark where the trees grow. People vanish when the truth hit a deep blow. So I walk with my thoughts where the fears go. Night hums slow like a broken transmission. Mind drift far, stuck inside a cold vision. Life throws storms, but I move with precision. Learn to trust steps, never trust intuition. Cold silence in the streets when I'm walking past the signs. Every shadow on the wall feel like a study in my mind. Every step spend the night like the pavement redefined. If the dark won't take my peace, let it pull me from behind. Yeah. Feet drag slow in the rain, hit the old stone. Heartbeat rough like you're climbing up a strong tone. Life feel cold, every path feel long grown, but I stay firm, every pressure make my bones home. Eyes low, see motion in the blind turns. Soul glow, faint from the weight that my mind earns. Pain grow wild like I feel when the night burns, but I keep calm through the lessons that my time learns. Shadows stretch wide when I look back. Fear tries stuck but I move with the weak tech. World press close but I never let the street crack. Hold my ground steady even when my breath slack. Let the cold sink slow. Let the night unfold. If the doubt get bold, I stay still, stay cold. Cold silence in the streets when I'm walking past the signs. Every shadow on the wall feel like a study in my mind. Heavy steps spend the night like the pavement redefined. If the dark won't take my peace, let it pull me from behind. Static in my chest, turn the world unseen. Shadows in the data, paint my mind unclean. Truth feels shallow like a cat too clean. Nothing in my soul ever stay between. Cold thoughts click like a broken key. Every new glitch feel designed for me. Eyes go wild when the lines disagree. Can't trust light, it don't shine steady. Echo in the void where my pulse once lived. Dark sink drain everything I give. Patterns in the dark tell me what's primitive. Circles in the soul that refuse to forgive. Mind split thin like a corrupted file. Voices in the static talking hostile. Every lost piece from a fragile pile. I stare at the noise, been here a while. Static in my chest, turn the world unseen. Shadows in the data, paint my mind unclean. Truth feels shallow like a cut too clean. Nothing in my soul ever stay between. Glass start warp when the tension rise. Everything fake when you close your eyes. Flesh turn cold from the old reprise. Energy collapse under hidden ties. Veins buzz low like an ancient code. My reflection glitch, can't reload. Silence rings sharp like a system ode. I exist in a state where the edges erode.